YouTube, what's up? That is a chromed Groommobile. Now, I saw a dude airbrush it with one of the refills to the Molotov liquid chrome pens. It looks way better airbrushed. But when you do it with a pen, you can see the lines, and it kind of looks like metal fatigue, so I think it still looks good. Anyways, grab this for a trade. Custom 164 farm trucks. Nice little car. I'm just noticing something here with that front tire. Yeah, it looks like it's just pushed back on the wheel. Awesome car though. And then I found this yesterday, a little antique mall haul. I found the chrome wheel variation too. I thought that was a chase car initially, because I know around that time there were some white lightnings that had like a champagne colored chrome wheel, but I traded that one and kept this one. I found these for $5 a piece. What a steal. It's about a $25 casting. This is the pre round 2. In fact, that was back when RC2 had them. Alright, the best part, though, is I got today in the mail a trade box. Stand by. I'm going to try to set this up just a little bit better here. I'm going to try to set it up so that I can utilize the road. This trade box is sick. It's one of the best trade boxes that I've ever received. And it might be the best. I don't know. The guy that I made this trade with always sends insane extras. Alright, let's see what we got here. Yeah, these two are extras. These were not part of the trade. And they are wicked cool looking. Tons of detail. Rubber tires. I don't know who the manufacturer is. Racing Collectibles Inc. Limited edition. Limited to 15,000. So here's the top of this one. 220 horsepower. This is a 57 Chevrolet. Looks like there are 16 in the series. So that's pretty cool. Interesting. I've never seen these before. And then the other one here, I can't tell what this is, but I think it's an Impala. Let's see if we can take it out. No, maybe that's not an Impala. No, that's a Pontiac. That looks like a Catalina or something. That thing is awesome, though. Dude, that black numbering with the red outline looks sharp. I'm pretty sure that's a Pontiac, but it doesn't say anywhere. Oh yeah, Salta Pontiac, Long Beach, California. So it doesn't say what model it is, but based on some other diecast cars that I have, I believe this to be a Catalina. Those are really cool. They are pretty nicely detailed. I'm going to take those out at some point. We'll take a close look at them. This is pretty cool. This is it looks to be an older release of this Matchbox. Yeah, 2007. They brought this out a few times since, but this one has a metal base. So it's metal on metal, and it's actually kind of heavy. And Actually, I think this is different than the one I have. That's pretty sweet, though. There's just so much stuff in here. It's, oh my, dude. So this is a Matchbox Hero City Ferrari 360 Spider 1:63 scale, so it's pretty darn close to scale. I don't think I've ever seen this casting before from Matchbox. That is really cool. And then I got this custom 240Z with the Zamac. Definitely don't have that. Those things get scalped up so ridiculously fast around here. Dude. Alright, this car was definitely part of the trade. And it is sick. I have this in blue. And I like the blue color better, but man, these wheels look so much better. This is that Ertl American Muscle. It's a 60, either a 68 or a 69. I think it's a 69 Mercury Cougar. Look at that. Transparent lens taillights, rubber tires, indicators. There's an insane amount of detail on these cars. Probably, to me, these are the best domestic cars you can get outside of Auto World. From like a detail and replication accuracy standpoint, I think these surpass Greenlight, by far surpass M2 and Johnny Lightning, and I think in some cases they might surpass Auto World. All right, let's see what else we got here. This one I think was also part of that trade, and it's also from the Ertl American Muscle, and I have this one as well, but I don't have this color. I have this in black. This is the 1969 Mach 1. Dude, this is a couple of awesome looking motorcraft cars, or Ford if you will. See, these are the wheels I have on my blue Mercury. I like these wheels a lot better. But these cars are just, they're just so sick. I love it. Some of them have lens headlights and taillights, some of them don't. But even the ones that don't are incredibly detailed. So that's an awesome pair of cars. I'm glad I traded for those. This is an extra, a pretty sweet one at that. It's a Hot Wheels 100% 1959 Cadillac. I don't have that, and I do enjoy Cadillacs, so that'll be getting cracked open in a video. Okay, this is cool. I very rarely get these because I never see them. I never see these in the wild. And in fact, the only one I think I've ever purchased was the Tokyo Torque wheel pack. All the other Greenlight accessories that I have come with castings. So this is the Michelin tool set. Looks to be an exclusive. So you got a toolbox, you got a creeper, you got a little tire rack, you got a jack, hydraulic jack, you got a bench. Oh, it's a workbench. Okay. I was going to say, that bench looks way big and way out of scale, but that's a workbench. So that's fine. And then there's a little, what looks to be a little tool cart. That's awesome. I'll definitely put that to use. Okay. Yes. Finally, I have this in my collection. So the only other one of these that I have is the white convertible from the acrylic display case, because that's the only one I've been able to find in the wild. So very cool to have this in red, and I do dig the red. I have a complaint with it already that I don't like. Let's see if we can get it on camera here. Yeah, look at the roof there. That plastic. They either need to put a good layer of primer on it or something, or cast that piece out of metal. Because that's the one thing I hate about a lot of these Auto World cars, and Greenlight does it too. I hate it when they do it. I hate it when everybody does it. I hate plastic lids on these cars. So that's awesome. That'll be cracked in a video to come. And then this one here, I'm super stoked about. This one does not have a plastic top. This is the 1967 Cadillac Eldorado. And you can see here it's in Capri Aqua Poly with the black vinyl top. This is the only vinyl top Cadillac Eldorado that I have. Of course, this is the first time they've released it with the vinyl top. This version A and version B. And this particular one is version A. So both of those will be getting cracked along with the 100% and the Michelin shop set. Okay, so now we get to the really good stuff. Yeah, this guy, shout out to Collecting4ben. If you guys aren't on Instagram, you should get on Instagram. It's the best place to be if you collect diecast. Much better than Facebook. There's so much more out there. And yeah, so if you're not on Instagram, you should get on Instagram. You should give me a follow, and you should give Collecting4ben a follow. This thing is sweet. I've only seen this in pictures. I haven't seen it in person. But it looks much better in person, and it looks much better than I thought that it would. This is a Tomica limited vintage. Doesn't give me the year, but it is a Mitsubishi Galant. I think a lot of people don't know this about Mitsubishi. Maybe people in Japan know, but Mitsubishi is one of the largest government contractors in the world. I did not know that until the other day. They are a top 10 government contractor, one of the top 10 in the world. So that was interesting. I didn't know that. Now I do. But this is a sick little car. I like the color. And for those of you that don't know, if you don't collect Tomica Limited Vintage, or if you've never seen them in person, these are the best die-cast cars you can get in 1:64 scale, hands down. There's a lot of nice brands out there, like Oversteer, Kyosho, Auto Art. But I think personally, Tomica Limited Vintage is at the top when it comes to build quality, fit and finish, and replication detail. Where they might not be at the top is with their tooling catalog. But if you like JNC cars, you'll definitely like Tomica Limited Vintage. They don't do very much European stuff, and they don't do a whole lot of modern Japanese stuff. But for all the classic Japanese stuff, they are the best. But the quality of their cars is the best. I mean, when you pick this up, it's so heavy. It's so well made. They have suspension. They have prototypical wheels. They have transparent lens headlights and taillights. The interiors are detailed and replicated. They're just amazing cars. So that's pretty sick. I really like that. I'm going to show this one next. This is a really cool car here, mainly because Nissan has flirted with the idea of bringing back the Datsun 510. And I don't know how many people know that, but with the popularity of the 510 right now, I know that they've, like I said, they've played around with the idea. Whether or not they're going to do it, I don't know. I don't think they know. But this concept car, this is the Nissan IDX Free Flow, and it's basically just, I think that a lot of the design inspiration for this came from the 510. And I think this would be like a modern type of a modern looking 510. This is kind of probably not exactly what it would be, because I mean, this is a concept car. I think I got to be careful with that, because a lot of times these cars from TLV are available in other markets, but not here in the U.S. But yeah, it says North American International Auto Show 2014. So I'm pretty sure this is a concept car. But from what I saw, this was kind of the, you know how Ford is talking about bringing back the Bronco, although that would keep the Bronco name. This is basically the modern 510. And it's a sick car. This one doesn't have sprung suspension. Not all of them do, especially the more modern cars. But man, those wheels look great. The car looks great. The lines are good. The details are perfect. Transparent lens headlights, rubber tires, lens taillights. That's a sick little car. And then the interior on this thing is unbelievable. And unfortunately, the camera's just not going to pick that up. But trust me when I tell you, this is an amazing, amazing little car. I passed on this a couple years ago when I first started collecting Tomica Limited Vintage. The Toy Pimp had a couple of these, and I passed. And I saw this car featured on Jay Leno's Garage, and at that point I regretted passing on it. So I'm glad to get it. Okay, the last car I had to come strong for this one, because he had this in 2 colors, and he wanted to keep this color for himself. But I wanted this color because I just thought this color looked a lot better than the dark gray. And so I made him an offer that he couldn't say no to. Man, this is just a gem. Beautiful car. So this is a 1989 Toyota 1600 GT Corolla. 1989 Toyota Corolla. Little twin cam. This is also made by Tomica Limited Vintage. And it's just basically stunning. The quality is just unreal. Man. So the other one that he had was a dark gray color, which it looks really good too. But if I had my pick, I would take the red. If it was a lighter gray, more of a silver color, I might have gone for that. Although, I got to be careful with that because I am starting to accumulate probably a little bit too many of the silver Tomica Limited Vintage cars. To go back to the IDX Free Flow model here, Sometimes these cars will come with side view mirrors that you have to put on. So luckily this one didn't, but you have to be real careful with these. This car did come with something, and I don't know what it is. Let me see if it's on the box here. Usually they put it on the box. Oh yeah, okay, so this is the side view mirrors. So this car did come with side view mirrors. They're in this little package. Now, me personally, when I collect these Tomica Limited Vintage cars, if they come with extra side views, like in this case, or sometimes they'll have the spoiler separate or a chin spoiler separate, typically I don't mess with that stuff. I just leave it in the box and put it away, because you have to glue the whatever it is onto the casting, and I'm not a big fan of doing that because I don't have, I don't even know if you could buy the right glue to use. I've talked to a few people, collectors, and they recommend, if you're gonna do it, they say to just use white glue, because then it does the least amount of damage to the paint, and if you ever need to take it off or anything like that. But they say what you don't want to use is super glue. But that is just a killer looking car. And frankly, that's a killer haul. I like this Mercury Cougar way more than I thought I would. I actually think I might like this better than the blue one. And that's not to forget the 59 Cadillac 100% Hot Wheels and the Auto World, a couple of really nice Auto World cars, as well as the Matchbox Ferrari, the shop tool set. Just, that's a great box. So Collecting4ben, thank you so much. And like I said, you guys, if you're on Instagram, check him out, give him a follow. If you're not on Instagram and you collect diecast, I would venture to say you're probably doing it wrong. I was doing it wrong for a long time. I was very late to Instagram. And I was on Facebook for about 2 years before I got to Instagram, and I thought Facebook was where it was at, and I was wrong. Facebook is good, but it just, the amount of people that collect diecast on Facebook doesn't come close to the amount of people on Instagram, at least not in any of the particular groups. Like, there are average Joe diecast collectors on Instagram that have 20,000 followers. It's crazy. So if you ever want to sell something, or if you're ever looking for something that's really hard to find, it's a great place for all that kind of stuff. Anyways, I'm happy. That's a good box. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. By the way, these two cars here, the Cougar and the Mustang, the packaging for these cars is this. This is how they would have come. Just, they also did blister packs, but I'm pretty sure these two particular models would have come in the acrylic, because I think there was a little bit of a quality difference between the blister packs and the acrylic boxes. So, but anyways, on that note, I'm going to wrap it up. It's Monday night. It's Thanksgiving week, so we've only got 2 more days of work, and then it's going to be turkey time and shopping. And most importantly to me, I'm going to finish this layout. That is my top priority for the holiday weekend. And since I have these out, I'll show you guys briefly an assortment of Mazda RX cars, starting with the RX-3, stock and custom, Kyosho and Aoshima. And then we've got a couple of RX-5s, also a stock and custom, Konami and Aoshima. And then from there, you have the first gen RX-7, second gen, third gen. And then from there, you go to the RX-8. By the way, this is a Kyosho. This is a Tomica limited vintage. This is a Kyosho. This is a Konami. And the predecessor to all of it, the kind of the godfather of the rotary, the Mazda Cosmo. That's a Konami. So, there you go. Alright, happy hunting everybody. Thank you for watching. I will holler at the next video. We'll crack open some Hot Wheels 100% and some Auto World. Talk to you soon.